RB here, and welcome back to another creepy Reddit stories. And what better way to do a creepy Reddit story reading than with the very creepy and very unsettling r/nice guys. Because there's nothing else more unsettling and more creepy than neckbeards. Anyway, y'all know the drill, so let's begin, shall we? This first story is by Kosa Twilight. Also love your username, by the way.
I dated a nice guy, possibly an incel. When I was 14, I joined an autism group where I met a boy I'll call Ryan. He was neat and liked the same things I do. So when he asked me out, I went along with it. It lasted for about 3 weeks. Then, while communicating online, he started talking about marriage, children, and sex. I wasn't interested in that kind of stuff. I told him that we didn't have to talk about that at such a young age. Even if I did want sex, I wasn't the legal age.
And I totally agree on that.
It devolved in him calling me a horse, a bitch, and breaking up. After a few moments, I agreed to break up. I won't be with someone who treats me like that. Almost immediately after, he asked to get back with me, and I said no. He started going off about how horrible women were, then begging me to get back with him, and threatening to delete himself. Well, it was probably stupid. I responded with, "Don't delete yourself. We'll clean up the mess." I didn't think he'd do it. I told my mom, and through the autism group, got into contact with his mom. He tried to get back with me for 42 weeks, including sending a dick pic. What the fuck? I blocked him on everything I had and moved on. I'm positive he's on some incel forum somewhere, and he's probably named me as some horrid witch. Well, this is a witch who dodged a big bullet.
And I completely agree with you there. And for what it sounded like, he does sound like kind of an incel. Eerily similar to Elliot Rogers in a way. If you know, you know. And all that, "Oh, don't take your own life, it's gonna clean up the mess" comment was a bit distasteful, but yeah, you did dodge a big bullet, and I am proud that you blocked him on everything and moved on and just did not get back with this guy. You deserve so much better. And him sending a pic of his baby cannon, just no, ew, gross. That is fucking disgusting. Why would anyone do that? Jesus. That is no, just no. That's a different can of worms on its own, but no, just no. Again, I'm glad the user or the OP dodged a heavy bullet, blocked this guy out of their lives. Good for you. You deserve so much better. This next story is by RA Dreams.
I'm my nice guy that threatened to find me. NG, nice guy, me. Well, me. Once upon a time, I was a naive 13-year-old girl who had a weird obsession with online video games. I liked playing this one certain game, and it had a guild/pack section where you enter a team with other folk to enter into group activities. Anyways, I joined this guild and was talking, as I normally would, when there was one guy who sent me a PM. It went like this: NG.
Hi, welcome to the guild. I'm NG.
Me. Oh, hi. Nice to meet you. NG.
No problem. Let me know if you need anything.
Me. Thank you. NG.
Oh, you're pretty, by the way.
Me. Thank you. I had my profile pictures of me when I was a little bit dolled up, and it was open for people to see. I didn't give my name or age, but I appear to be around 16. I always looked a bit older. We talked a little bit more before I started to consider NG as a friend. Obviously, I was cautious, but then I committed mistake number 1. I gave him my personal number. I don't know why I did it, and looking back on it today, holy crap, I was stupid. So we started talking by text message, and we continued to learn more about each other. He continued to compliment who I am, and he went ahead and sent more innocent pics. There were no sexual pics, thank God. He said he was 14. Then I proceeded to make mistake number 2. I told him my age. After a few months, I started to like him, but I had to do everything to keep this hidden from my parents. because I knew they were freak, rightfully. Things started to get weird, though, when he insisted on meeting up sometime. I was in the deep south, and he was somewhere in the upper north. I had no idea how it would happen, but I got a little bit nervous. And when he offered to come down here, there was a bigger issue. I never told him where I lived. The following went like this. NG.
So, I was thinking we could meet up. Smiley face.
Me. Oh, maybe. I don't know, though.
NG. I could drive down to Ponyville.
Me. Wait. I never told you where I lived. NG.
Oh, I searched it up.
Me. Okay. Now, obviously, my love-struck self snapped out of it, and I started to distance myself again. At this point, he had pictures of me, not sexual, and a few videos. He knew what I looked like, where I lived, and how old I was. Goodness, my naive self was nearly as freaked out as I am right now writing this. Soon, I demanded to see something to verify his age, because I was starting to get doubtful. I came upon mistake number 3. I trusted his ID. I continued to be hesitant before he started to take a new, straightforward approach. He started suggesting that we go to college together, meet up, be in a relationship, etc. I was soon starting to freak out, and I had no choice but to talk with my parents. I got yelled at a lot. They forbade me from messaging him again, and I was told to block him ASAP. Despite doing so, I then got a new message on my Instagram. My account was private, and God forbid it was him. He now found my private Instagram. The DMs went like this. NG.
Wow, I thought we really had something. You females always turn people like me down because you go slow and steady. I wanted you to be comfortable with me, and I was always there when needed. Guess it is time to move on,
Me. NG, you were nice, but it started to get creepy. I ask that you don't talk to me anymore. I wish you the best, though. NG.
And what if I don't? What if I go find you in your college?
Me. If you don't stop, I will send this to the police. NG.
Good luck, Ari. You were just another girl who wasted a chance on someone like me. For now, at least.
I was absolutely panicking. I blocked him and showed my mom and dad. They were equally as scared. We went ahead and kept ourselves alert until I moved again. This story has taught me a very valuable lesson. Be careful who you trust. Thank God he hasn't found me at college. And I'm happily in a relationship with my girlfriend. Surprise! Stay safe, guys.
Holy hell, girl, you dodged a bullet. Good for you. Hooray. Yay. But, yeah, be careful who you trust. And I'm really glad that you're in a relationship with your girlfriend. Hope it's a happy one. And really glad that you're staying safe from that freaky weirdo. This doesn't just go for me, it goes for everyone else. The OP, you the viewer watching. Do be careful who you trust, because you never know when someone's gonna be a freaky deaky weirdo. The final story we're gonna read is by Honey and Ivy. Once again, really love your username. Doesn't say a single word to me, expects me to go home with him. Ah, boy, this one's gonna be a doozy. Definitely not the most extreme story here, and it happened a few months ago, but every time I think about it, I'm just floored at the audacity of some guys. As an adult in college does, I go to bars with my friends. One night, I meet a friend of mine out, and one of her guy friends, who I had never met. When I get there, she introduces me to the guy, and I see behind him another guy just kind of watching. Neither of them introduced me to this guy, and he didn't introduce himself, so I assumed he wasn't with them. For the sake of the story, I'll just call him Watcher. The bar we were in had 2 floors, with the upstairs being for dancing. As I'm following my friend up the stairs, I noticed Watcher began to follow us. I asked my friend, and Apparently Watcher was friends, or at least familiar with the other guy, so I shrugged it off and went to dancing. The whole time I'm dancing, he's standing there slightly behind me and off to the side, enough where he can look at my butt, but pretend like he's not when I turn to look at him. He didn't try to touch me or approach me in any way besides that, not even trying to speak to me, so I just kept doing my thing. At some point my friend and I go downstairs to get some more drinks, and she informs me that Watcher told the other guy to tell my friend to tell me that I was cute. I tell her that if he wants to talk to me, he should do it himself. I know it sounds mean, but we're all adults. We're not in middle school. After a little while longer upstairs, the other guy says he has to go, but Watcher doesn't follow. He continues to hover behind me, starting to feel uncomfortable at this point. My friend and I go down the street to grab some of our other guy friends from a different bar and bring them back with us to the first bar, hoping Watcher would leave, because I was gone and we could have fun at the bar we wanted to be in without being bothered. Now, back at the first bar with my new group, I'm waiting for a drink and talking to my friend about my crush, and we're just having fun gossiping when suddenly she says, "Hey, let's go upstairs," and drags me and the boys with her upstairs. Apparently, she had seen Watcher eavesdropping behind me, and I didn't see him until we were upstairs dancing, and I caught him do the same thing he did earlier after following us. After a little while of him following us, as we moved to different parts of the dance floor, staring and not saying a word, we all moved back downstairs and decided we should get going. So I slipped into the bathroom before we leave. When I come back, my whole group looks a little stunned, and I asked what I missed. Apparently, once I was out of earshot, Watcher blew up and started yelling at my friend and said, "Tell your friend that I'm a really nice guy, and that's her loss. I'm going to be rich and successful and powerful, and I'm better than any other guy she'll ever date or hook up with." And then stormed out. My friends walked me to my bus stop and waited to make sure I got home safely, and that he wasn't hanging around to catch me alone. And I haven't seen him since. TLDR, a guy follows me around at a bar all night without making any attempts to speak to me at all. Not a single word. He then pulls a nice guy 180 and yells at my friend to tell me how he's such a nice guy and better than anyone I'll ever be with. I don't even know his name because he didn't even bother to speak a single word to me. Holy mother of Arceus. Like, I get social anxiety, common anxiety, shyness, but you are right. Y'all ain't in middle school and he should have talked to you first instead of being a creeper just lurking around following you like a damn stalker. Thank God you haven't seen him since, and please do stay safe, OP. And I think that's a perfect ending for this video of creepy Reddit stories. Anywho, if you guys want to see more videos like this, be sure to let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one, pups. Cue the outro. RP is out. Stay safe out there, guys. Be wary of nice guys and nice girls, and sweet dreams.